Welcome to Look Around the Confederation. I'm your host for the evening, Moose. And before we get started, please remember the views and opinions expressed on this broadcast are not necessarily the views and opinions of the SCV, its GEC, nor Division Brigade Camps or other subsidiaries. How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? We kind of have a nice laid-back show for you tonight, so let's see what we can get into. As I said, not much this week. Everybody's getting ready for reunion, and everybody's having a good time. Of course, celebrating President Jefferson Davis's birthday was this week, so it's that time of year. So I hope y'all are making plans or traveling to your division reunions. I'll be updating the SCV Chat podcast so you can download us on your podcatcher of choice and listen to us on the way to your reunion. The James W. Killer Camp, 648 Hot Springs, Arkansas. Good to see you. Good to see you. Andrew Luck, good to see you. Army of Tennessee Councilman Roy Hudson, good to see you. Looks like we have a full crowd tonight. If you could, everybody, please share this episode out. I was traveling. I am actually headed to my reunion as well. And so please, share this episode out. Help us out here on Look Around. And let's get some viewership out. So Brian, good to see you. All right. And Wilford Owens, good to see you. I noticed you commented at the beginning, actually before the show. You can do that on YouTube. We might hang out one time on the after show or the before show, technically, and start being in the YouTube chat. I'll try anyway. 1 minute, Florida man. I see your comment, and I'll get to you in a second. I got to pull up everything, man. I've been on the road all day. I don't have my email open at the moment, but I'll get it open in a second. It's loading. Andrew Luck, good to see you. Where is the Tennessee division, or when is the Tennessee division reunion, and where? That is a good question for our Tennessee brethren in the chat. Do we got any Tennesseans in the chat? The Mississippi division reunion is this weekend. Private message the location if you don't mind. Gotta be careful, sadly, these days. But if someone could please help Andrew Luck out, that would be great. He is a full-fledged member and a good man, so yeah, help him out. Oh, we have the California division. Commander Todd in the chat. Good to see you, Commander. Honestly enough, or funny enough, we talk about reunion season. It's a very long season, but it seems that more and more people are copying, just messing around, the Mississippi division and having their reunions after after Jefferson Davis's birthday. So that's a new one. But let me send, now that I was able to finally log into my email. That might not work anymore, Sean. Just let me know. Andrew, let me check. I have it open. Yes, you sent a picture of a couple of paintings. If you could, Andrew, send me what's the story on that. I don't know if anything's sent on my end. I'm not seeing anything. If you could, that would really help us out, because I mean, I don't want to just put your picture up and take it off. I like talking about stuff. The Florida man is in the chat, or not in the chat. He's behind the scenes, and he's stroking his beard. He's trying to make himself look good. And I do know the Florida division is also one of the divisions that's copied us and having their reunion this weekend. So, Florida man, I know y'all did an episode just yesterday.
Yes, sir, we did.
So I don't want to trample off old grounds. If you're in the Florida division or just want to know about the Florida division reunion, because it's good to learn from each other, hey. But go check out Sean's show. The Florida man has a show called Look Around Florida. We are proud to have him on, and we actually have it on our page. We've shared it. It was on our story. So that means you didn't have any excuses. So go check it out. Now, this is weird. I know who my councilman in the 5th Brigade is, and he is on the 5th Brigade page. So if you all could do me a huge favor, some of you know I was elected 5th Brigade commander, and I am starting a 5th Brigade Facebook group, and the main mission is to share the good news of the SCV around the whole world. So please go follow that and help us out and share some of our posts. We got some really good camps working hard in the 5th Brigade. And that's my plug for my own brigade. I'm not going to make the whole episode about the 5th Brigade. I could talk about that logo I helped design. Me and one of my 5th Brigade members designed that logo. I could talk about that the whole show if you want. I'm not, but I could. Just the fair warning that I could do that to y'all, that I could make the show all about my brigade, but I won't. But that is my councilman Keith talking on the 5th Brigade page. So everybody say hi to him. He is a member and camp commander of the 9th Mississippi Camp 1748.
Wow.
Oh, wow, Andrew. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll take that. And the other one is for the museum. Okay, let me star your message, and it will be on next look around. Well, actually, next look around is Commander's comments, but after that one, I promise you, Andrew, you'll have your news on. I try to make sure I get everybody's news. If you're the Florida man, sometimes I just don't acknowledge it, just to see how long until Sean just pops up on the show, because I like seeing Sean on the show. I do that on purpose. Hey, we have First Lieutenant Commander and Second Virginia Brigade,
Wow.
Brian Jones of the Hanover Dragoons camp reporting for duty. Good to see you, Commander. It's good to see everybody. Kind of while we're still waiting on people to come in, again, please share this out. I've been on the road all day, so it doesn't have as much promotion as it normally would. But real quick, since we do have the Florida man on, we have a rare opportunity to dig in his brain for Florida division updates. So, Florida man, why don't you tell us what's going on in the Florida division?
I'll be happy to, sir. Of course, this weekend, you probably see bags behind me. I'm packing and loading up for the division reunion this weekend. In 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, if you're in the SCV Mechanized Cavalry, the Florida is hosting the annual in Traverse this year. I've been in the mix of that, so it's going to be a great time for everybody in the Mechanized Cavalry that's coming down to Florida. We had an episode on it with the mayor of Traverse. We call him Yankee Bob.
That's just mean, man.
And that's what he calls himself. We just go with it. He's a great guy, great sense of humor. He even has his own podcast.
Oh, wow.
And the city of Traverse was founded by Confederate soldiers after the war. So that town has a lot of deep history to our ancestors. So we got that coming up. I'm starting to get emails from different camps. Their 4th of July parade's coming up. My camp, we got asked by the city in Everglades, Florida, to fire the cannon at the beginning of the facilities to start off the parade and the whole day on the 28th of 4th of July. So, yay. And we're going to be in the parade also. It's only a block right around City Hall. Nothing better than that.
Nothing is.
Especially when the mayor works with you.
Yeah, no, that's a major accomplishment that we don't need to flood through. When people kind of treat us like we're the plague right now, that is a victory for the SCV, and definitely need to make sure that is understood. And let's pat the Florida division on the back a bit. That's an awesome accomplishment for the SCV going on in Florida right there.
And Victor, you are correct on Yankee Bob. You know, everybody in the Florida division calls him Yankee Bob. He is a Legionnaire to the Private Riley Milton Camp 741 there in Traverse area. Victor Smith is the camp commander for that camp.
Victor is?
Yep.
Oh, I had no idea.
He's trying.
I just have to mess with Victor one episode.
Oh, I know. I'm going to see him tomorrow night.
Oh, bless you. Bless you. He's going to come up right to that moose.
But we got a lot of things going on. A lot of the camps are going to be doing reports this weekend. Our division commander is going to be giving a report. So I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, I
Todd.
cannot. Hey,
good to see you, buddy.
Oh, no, I already said hi to Todd. I've been in the sun for the majority of the day, so everybody's going to have to forgive me. It is extremely important. I always like stressing the importance of division reunions. I'm making some jokes at the Florida division and the Alabama division because they always y'all moved y'all's reunion dates to coincide with ours. So I mess with y'all because I'll never be able to go to a Florida or Alabama division reunion.
I thought it was Georgia division this weekend too.
If the Georgia division copied us too, we just done for. Biggest division in the SCV. We just gonna have to call it a day with that one.
I know one of our guests is our Lieutenant Commander in Chief, Tony Griffin's going to be one of our guests at the reunion this year.
I heard that he was coming down there. I hate that I'm gonna miss him. But it's an election year here in Mississippi, so we have a new division commander coming into office. We got the poor adjutant, poor Mike Moore, is still the adjutant. He can't get out of that. And of course, all the officers are being sworn in, and new appointees, and new jobs, and new positions. I'm looking forward to my new jobs in the division, and of course, just everything that's going on. Past historian in chief Todd Owens in the chat. Good to see you, sir. Tom Wood, Army of Tennessee, Chief of Staff. Good to see you, sir.
Yep.
Kurt, and Texas is tomorrow, too. Is the whole SCV copying my division's plan? I think Texas has also been having their division reunion this week as well.
Well, Victor, I can say that name in Okeechobee. I only live an hour west of the Big O.
I'm not even trying that. I would love to come to the California division reunion. I honestly wish that was in the budget. I actually got invited to a couple reunions today. I was like, guys, I'd love to, honestly, but I'm doing good to make it to mine.
I know the feeling.
It was a rough day. It was a rough month for the bank account of Moose. But
it's not done yet.
It ain't done yet. It's
we got next month is the national reunion.
National reunion is gonna hurt me because I have because of how this year fell. I have my division reunion. I have my vacation I take once a year, and then I have national reunion. And so for the whole next couple weeks, there's only going to be money exiting in my account and not a lot of money going into my account.
Yep.
And I don't make that much as a farmer. So Moose is going to be outside a national reunion with a jar asking for spare change at this rate.
We'll put a sign around your neck.
We'll dance for money. We'll dance for money. Confederate Moose, hear me roar for $5.
Well, you can shoot a moose for $5.
You can shoot a moose for $5, but that money doesn't go to me. It goes to the Forest Plaza. So I just can't win.
Well, what goes on Friday night is your business.
But Todd said he's going to send some news in from California. Good to hear from our California division, Todd. Commander, I can't wait. Kentucky division in the chat. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Tom Wood.
I didn't say hi to Victor, but hi to Victor, Camp Commander, the Private William Riley, Milton Camp, 741. And let's see here. And Texas, I see Kurt. Let's see here.
Hey, Roy. Roy, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay. You do know Mississippi was the second state to secede, right, Victor?
I have a flag that has all the first three states to secede on it.
So technically, Florida followed Mississippi. And if you're talking about the SCV was one of the first divisions founded, with some records even stating we were operating as a division before there was a national SCV. Mississippi was just very happy to have a Sons organization, it seems. Actually, I got to see if I can find more proof on that. I was when I was division historian a couple years ago, I was researching the division, and yeah, for some reason, some of our records predate the existence of the SCV.
Put it this way, I found UCV headstone markers in Key West.
In Key West?
Yes, sir. I got the pictures.
Our ancestors will never cease to amaze me with the hard work they did after the war and during those hard times after the war.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I tell people, I make a joke about being broke, and yes, I will be broke. I'm happy to do so because, if me having to, pinch some pennies and maybe not buy some big, delicious food, but maybe eat in a bit more and not eat out. That's an easy sacrifice to make compared to our ancestors. Yes, we do have Kentucky events, and we'll be talking about them shortly. We got a bit of news tonight to go over. Some of it is from Kentucky. Most of it is from Kentucky, as Kentucky blows up my email. Thank y'all, by the way. And I do mean that because it does help with these episodes. But so yeah, Victor, I think y'all have copied us. Just saying, it's okay to copy. But I do want to say I've been in the SCV for 14 years, and all of a sudden I realized a lot of reunions are starting to happen when ours were that wasn't originally scheduled like that. I have to mess with Victor. Let's see here. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we go into the news? You got anything, Florida man?
No, this division reunion. Please, if you are going, you have not registered, please go to FloridadivisionReunion.com and register today.
Yes,
This will help out the host camp on them putting the final preparations together for this weekend.
Yeah, it's extremely important to register as quickly as you can. I get it. Normally, I register a year in advance for a national reunion, but this year I just registered a couple weeks ago for the national reunion. That was part of the joke about, it's been a tough month. Well, I just paid a lot of money for the national reunion, and that's just part of it.
I know I know what you're feeling on that one because I just did it a few months ago.
Oh, I was crying. I swear I could have shed a tear if I really tried hard enough. I was like, oh. But the Texas division is putting on a good reunion, and I'm happy to be there. But yeah, no, I don't know why I registered so late. I usually try to register as quickly as I can, but again, please try to register as quickly as you can. It always just really helps out that host camp so they can figure out kind of a head count. And of course, more importantly, have money to get stuff ready. That's something that's not, I don't feel like it's talked about, is the host camp is usually begging people to sign up because they need that money to do the stuff that they're advertising.
Yep.
It's a lot of hard work. I helped out with hosting a reunion last year. All this is on the division level, of course. I do not plan on touching a national reunion with a 10-foot stick of hosting it. And the 5th Brigade hosted one a couple years ago. Fun fact, that was actually where I was elected councilman. So I had to help out a lot more than expected. At first, I was just going to go get the medals, and it went from going to get the medals to, all right, well, you can do this too, this too, this too, this too. It was a fun experience. And then my camp is actually hosting the 2028 Mississippi Division reunion, and I'm helping out with the reunion next year. So I'm just I'm tired. But actually, I do want to say something on Texas. I love being able to register for a reunion online. That might be the best thing I've ever seen come our way.
Well, we copied that. We did ours online.
I'm actually going to see if the Mississippi Division can copy that and start doing it for division reunion. It's so much cleaner. It's so much easier. It doesn't take a lot to set it up.
Well, not just that, because when you get the paper, you have to transcribe some people's handwriting. Mine's sloppy. I admit it.
Oh gosh, mine is awful. I feel bad because, I have long titles, and they ask for your title, and I'm not one of those that just puts the command. I put the whole government name of the title. That's just kind of how I was raised and how I feel like I should be putting it. And so I know every year. I know 1 year the host camp at the division level was like, "What is this word?" And I was like, "That is adjutant." And they were like, so I really enjoy, and I mean, online is just, let's say it how it is. We're in the 21st century. Mm-hmm. We should be doing a lot more things online. So, and getting with the times like some other organizations. So I'm very happy to see that we're actually being able to do a national reunion online. I don't know if Kentucky's doing it, but I do know that Kentucky's hosting next year, and they have a great plan already. Talking about Kentucky, the 131st SCV national reunion is scheduled for Lexington, Kentucky. So please go support them as well as we are gearing up for the one in Texas. What I do as soon as I get done with a reunion, you usually already know the next one. 9 times out of 10, you know where the next one's going to be. I go ahead and start making plans.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to try my best to always go to a national reunion. I'm always going to go to a division reunion. So I try my best to be like, okay, well, here's the plan. So, I mean, I've already actually made plans for Kentucky, and I haven't even gotten to the Texas one yet. The thing about the Kentucky reunion is I'm trying to save a bit of money to buy the bourbon.
Well, for me, for Kentucky, one of our charter members lives, I want to say about an hour, 2 hours southeast of Lexington. So he's a disabled vet, and I'm going to go hang out with him. I might kidnap him and bring him to the national reunion. Be his first one. Yeah.
You should. He's a member. He's a charter member. He's a veteran. He deserves and needs to be at a reunion. We need people like him. And it's always good to see a member's first time at these reunions.
Oh, yeah.
Because not everybody can go to every single one. I understand that. Especially on the national level, it is hard. Because, I mean, one year, like last year, what was last year? South Carolina?
Charleston. Yep.
Yeah, Charleston, South Carolina. And this year it's in Texas.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I get it. Like the opposite side almost of the South. So, yes, please bring him.
I'm planning on Jeffrey. If his family will let me, but yeah, I'm just going to pull up in his driveway and tell him.
Just take him. Just open the truck door and be like, all right, I'm gonna put you in here.
Yep.
Just carry him. Like go up there at like 3 a.m. Just go in the house and grab him.
I don't know about that. I've talked to his wife, but yeah.
I wouldn't sneak up on a veteran if you paid me. No, I'm good. No. But thank you, Kurt. Vicksburg was a phenomenal national reunion. The people that did that were great members of our division. They put a lot of work and time into that, and I know worked their tail off. I recently talked to one of the members that hosted that, and I was like, man, what all does a national reunion take? And he was like, you better hope that you don't announce the year before, because he's like, you're going to be working your tail off the whole time you've announced it.
Yep.
And I admire people that do national reunions. We're always going to need them. We always going to have we always are going to be in need of people stepping up to host them. So I want to thank, first off, the Texas and Kentucky division for doing this.
Oh, yeah. Jeffrey, do you have... Oh, you do have a link. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's 131st, yeah. And I believe I have Texas's on here, I think. Somewhere.
If you don't, I know I did, because I had an episode with Michael on there, the Texas Division Commander.
I have it, because I every time Michael comes on, I try to have it ready. The problem is finding it in the sea of links I have. Ha-ha! There it is. So might as well... Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Did you find it?
I accidentally deleted it. Nope, there it is. All right. So I try to my best with, since we're talking about reunions, let's add this to our screen while I have the time. And boom, there we go. There is the link for the Texas national reunion. Yeah, no, Jeffrey, I am just good luck to y'all. I cannot wait to see all the hard work that y'all have done next year. I know I can't wait to see what Texas has done. I'm trying my best to make sure I have the money at the Texas Division Reunion to buy the bourbon I want. I'm not going to lie to you. I heard Kentucky and I heard bourbon when they made their announcement. And me and my dad looked at each other. And I was like, look, I've never really told you this, but I'm like a big bourbon drinker. I was like, I love bourbon. I was like, I have to get every one they're selling. And every time I see the Kentucky Division people talking about their national reunion, I'm like, so when's the deadline to do this? Because it's been a rough couple months for the Moose Man.
Yeah, I don't know about Kentucky bourbon, but I've been on the tour for Jack Daniels multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And during their tour, they talked about how Old Man Jack supported the Confederacy.
Really?
Yeah, during their
that
tour.
blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we all have to go out of our way to support these reunions. That's why, like, if it's in your division, that's a day trip. We all should, like, if you're doing decently. I mean, of course, there are people that are always struggling, and we pray for y'all, and we understand. You just being in the SCV is enough. But if you can go to these reunions, you need to go. But the kind of the same thing with the national. You know, I know it's a lot of hard. It's a lot harder and a lot more expensive to go to the national. But if you can do it, and honestly do it without putting yourself in a bind, you need to. Because that's when our business for the national SCV gets done. That's when updates happen. That's when you get to know how the SCV is doing. And so please make plans to attend Texas. Scrolling on the bottom of the screen, the link is in the chat. You can register online. Great feature again. I hope to see that for reunions all the way until I'm put in the dirt. That'd be great. It was extremely easy. Took me maybe 5 minutes to register for a national reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas already has my money. They're not waiting on a check. I'm not waiting on a check to leave. I'm not making sure I don't have to sit at home and be like, all right, well, I just had this bill go, so I need to put more money into that checking account because I don't want the check to bounce. It's already gone.
How about this, Moose? Did you get did you sign up for the national reunion T-shirt?
T-shirt.
Check your Telegraph.
All right, I haven't been able to get on my email. I'm actually, and might as well plug this while we're here. The 200th episode of SCV Chat is happening at the National Reunion, where we will be live like normal, but we'll also have a live audience.
Oh, boy.
So it will be Thursday night, to be determined when and where. But we will have a room somewhere, and we'll all be able to get together. Now, with that, we'll talk about the rules of radio and what we can say, and what the crowd can say, and what the crowd can't say, and what we can't say. Because, as we all know, Facebook and YouTube love to copyright or attack Confederate pages. So help us out. But we'll have cake. We'll have a lot of stuff. And of course, we are asking everybody to try to at least have one chat shirt. I'm going to try to get 2. I'm paying myself money, yes. But the thing is I don't get that money. Chat gets that money. So that's painful. But I'm going to get the Moose Hunt t-shirt with all funds going to that, to the Forest Plaza. And then I'm going to get a regular chat t-shirt with the chat logo on the chest and one of my favorite quotes on the back. And again, you can go to our website to get that. So I am going to promote that. So please come.
Are you going to be wearing the shirt on top of your wear a Moose onesie?
I will, unless Todd Owens has got me another one that's the size for a large man that I am. I will not be wearing a Moose onesie. I am planning on getting an attire for the oratory.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
So I don't know if I'm going to wear that during the Moose Hunt, because that would be even funnier, I think.
Wow.
The onesie on top of that with the shirt just stripped down that says Moose Hunt. So yeah, no, I'm trying to save up to get 2 chat t-shirts. So we really love for y'all to be decked out in chat stuff, even if it's the Forest shirt that we made years ago or the first ever SCV chat shirt. We want to see everybody bring their stuff, and let's go full blast, chat heads, because 200th episodes is crazy, and that's just the Monday show. That's not counting this. It's not counting special airs. It's not counting what we do at National. It is counting 200 episodes of our flagship show. And for anybody that knows television, it's hard to get to 100. It's even harder to get to 200, and it's going to be like that continuously. So we want to make a big deal out of it. So please make sure to go check us out. Details will be on the SCV Chat website. Just hit episodes, and you'll see at the bottom episode 200, and we'll update that as the times come. But yes, it would be awesome if y'all could find some time to buy a couple SCV Jet t-shirts to wear. But other than that, let's get into the news. I think it's about that time, and we got a good bit of news. And actually, let's get started. So the Sons of Confederate Veterans Camp 1460 presents the 68th Annual Barton Vincent Lecture, featuring guest speaker, historian, and author Derek Lindow. This will be July 26th at Graves County Public Library Community Room. Program begins at 6 p.m. Admission is free, and all are welcomed. And now our next bit of news actually is an event that's happening tomorrow in Virginia. So if you're around Virginia's neck of the woods, please go make sure to check out the Turner Ashby Camp 1567 Sons of Confederate Veterans, as they invite you to attend our 159th annual Confederate Memorial Day service, starting at 7 p.m. at Stonewall Cemetery in Winchester, Virginia. The speaker of this event will be Mr. Stevie Ritchie, who will speak on why the war came. Music will be by old-time songs of the South and the Confederacy. It will be held rain or shine, so make sure to bring a chair. If you have any questions, please contact stonewaller116@gmail.com. And I believe the next bit of news, let's see here, is going to be in Kentucky. But first, we have Army of Tennessee Commander, the great, the lovely Carl Jones. Faversham, Carl.
Hey, Carl. Good to see you, sir.
Carl is going to be putting me on the do not reinstate list.
I thought he did that already.
I'm pretty sure he did, but I think it bounced. Hopefully it's because I paid my lifetime dues. But if not, he's going to keep trying. If you want to, you can come to my camp and make the case. I'll invite you. Can't pay for anything, but I'll invite you.
Well, probably majority of your camp probably would agree.
I think my camp is going to be split, as none of them want to be camp commander again. But also they're like, yeah, he does keep calling him lovely, and that's a bit weird. But we actually have 2 events in Kentucky. So the first one is this Confederate Memorial Day service at Pee Wee Valley Cemetery. I don't question it. At 11 a.m., June 7th, so this weekend, sponsored by the Kentucky Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. And next, Kentucky actually has another event. It is a fundraiser. Let's see here. A fundraiser for the 131st National Reunion in memory of the Heroes of Gray. It will be June 14th, Saturday. This fundraiser will be at 4 p.m. located close to 105 Maple Avenue in Pee Weeville. It is $20 per plate for brats or half a chicken, 2 sides, dessert, and a drink. Please RSVP by June 7th. So that is what's going on in Kentucky. I'm sure the Kentucky division is about to be like, you have butchered our whole event, but I hope I didn't. Let's see here. Kentucky division says Kentucky Confederate Veterans Home was at Pee Wee Valley. Who would have thought? I had no idea. Thank you for that information, Jeffrey. Carl sums up what it's like to know me with saying, you are a pain in the backside, but we still love you. If that doesn't describe what it means to be friends with a moose, I don't know what does. But actually, the next bit of news is going to take us to Florida. So let's see here. So the Florida division was actually in the news, specifically Camp 2080.
Yep.
As they held a quarterly party. This event was on May 17th, and it was part of the newspaper. It was a charter party.
Yep.
So I do want to put that out there. New camp. And you can see in the picture our Army of Tennessee Councilman Roy Hudson. And I want to congratulate that camp, first off. Already in the newspaper, and it's your charter?
Moose, put that back up
Yeah.
for a minute. All right, guys. The guy in the middle, that's their camp commander. That's Brad. The guy to the left, that's a Florida Division Brigade Commander, Jim Odell, retired Navy vet.
Wow.
I was at this charter celebration. They did an awesome job. I was there with other brigade commanders, AOT Councilman Roy Hudson. It was a good time. Really enjoyed ourselves.
Well, that's good news. I want to welcome Camp 2080 into the Sons of Confederate Veterans. We're happy to have y'all. Y'all are already up to a great start, it looks like. So yep. I can't wait to see what else y'all do. Please go support the new camps in your area if you can, everybody. It really helps them. Next bit of news, I think, what division? I don't know if I know this one. Or I know the division, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But the Bradford Rose Camp and the Sam Davis UDC chapter, along with a new member from the Newport, I almost said Newport group like I was watching the OC, but Newport member Channing Green had a cemetery cleanup on Memorial Day. And here is a group picture of all of them. I have a specific note that, this is, I think, in Tennessee, because I see someone now standing out like a sore thumb. My favorite T-Rex, they were joined by past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshears. Wayne Moon did a class on removing paint from headstones.
Yep.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah, Wayne Moon's a great guy. I talked to him a lot. Him, Dottie, Tom Meadows, Billy Walker, they're the ones that started the CERT program. If you want to adopt that program into your divisions, talk to them at National Reunion.
Please do. The CERT program is phenomenal. I love going to clean cemeteries, and that all started with Tom teaching me the CERT method. Yep. The CERT method is great. It doesn't harm the headstones. The headstones look brand new. It's great for monuments. Please contact the Tennessee Division on these people and be able to get information on the CERT program. It is phenomenal. I can't speak highly enough of what Tom did, and I hope Tom is remembered for all of the SCV history for coming up with this program and really getting out there to teach it too. Tom did a phenomenal job, and I miss him every day. But, the CERT program is a must. I would love to get a couple of the new people that have got involved come down and give another class in Mississippi soon. It was phenomenal when we had it a couple of years ago. Now, the Kentucky division must not trust me because they have pronunciations available for the next bit of news.
Is that from Kyle or Jeffrey?
This one's from Kyle. But it revolves around the chaplain in chief, and let's just make sure I say it right. Heiter just had to stop because they left out the pronunciation, with Kentucky Division mascot Nora Thompson, complete in a Buc-ee's attire, in Cave City, Kentucky for the 2025 Kentucky Division reunion. And we got some pictures, and this will kind of wrap up the show on news with Kentucky. And we're going to stop again because Kentucky left strict instructions that their division commander doesn't trust me anymore. With Chaplain Chief Dr. Tom Heiter, as he presents the Army of Tennessee Ladies Appreciation Medal to Miss Nora Thompson and Kathy Thompson. First, I want to congratulate these lovely ladies for winning this award. Congratulations. I know y'all have done so much for the Kentucky division and the SCV as a whole. And y'all keep up the great work. Thank y'all. And the last bit of news from the Kentucky Division reunion is it looks like some big plans are ahead as Division Commander Thompson chats with Jeremy Thompson and new Western Brigade Commander Jeremy Riley. So I want to congratulate you, Commander Riley. And, of course, congratulate the Kentucky Division on a good reunion. Hopefully lots was done. I cannot wait. Yeah, no, Jeffrey and Kyle both don't trust me when it comes to pronunciation anymore, which is fair. I've never hid from the fact that pronunciation is like my kryptonite. I don't like it. I actually, when we came up with the idea of this show, I said, whatever we do, don't make me in charge of the news. And the cruelest joke ever played on me was Connor slowly making me in charge of the news. So it was a trap. Oh, they also appointed first lieutenant brigade commanders. Again, congratulations to all the new officers in the Kentucky division. If y'all could send me a list of new officers, I like congratulating people on winning a re-election or winning their first time. It's a great thing. Y'all are serving the SCV and protecting our ancestors, leading the charges. So please let me know who's won camp elections, division elections. I should be able to figure out a national election because I'll be there. I didn't mispronounce one poor person that won a national election year office a couple years ago. I think I called him Ronald Kennedy. I don't know where Ronald came from. I really don't, because it was Ron. He had just been appointed to the chief of heritage operations, and on the show I was like, Ronald Kennedy. And I remember Connor being like, who the heck is Ronald? And I was like, I meant to say Ron, but somehow Ronald came out. To this day, I don't know. But I hope to see everybody at the National Reunion in Texas again. Link is in the chat and scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You can register online. I hope to see a lot of pictures. Everybody having a division reunion this weekend. I'm talking to you. Florida man, I'm forcing you to.
Hey, I'm the Florida Division Heritage Promotion Officer. I got to.
SCV Youth Outreach at gmail.com. Just that simple. Email them. I want to see them. I want to talk about them. If y'all have new officers, I know that we're one of the weirdest divisions that have elections on odd years. I know Texas does too. I
Yeah,
don't know.
our election year is next year.
That's the majority of the organization, from what I've gathered.
Yeah.
Mississippi and Texas are just the only two, I think. It sounds like maybe Kentucky has joined us on the weird side, so thank you. But yeah, I guess I was hungry for McDonald's and just wanted to summon Ronald McDonald when I said Ronald Kennedy. I really don't understand it. But with all that being said, the next couple months of are some pretty busy months in the SCV. So please don't forget, when you're doing something, send it in to me, send it into the Confederate Veteran. We will get to y'all's news as quickly as we can, I promise. But with that being said, it is time to wrap up this episode of Look Around the Confederation. Make sure to share this episode out to the best of your ability. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, and make sure to check out us next Thursday for Commander's Comments, as we have Commander-in-Chief Donnie Kennedy on to give you an update on what National's doing. And this will be the last update, I believe, before National Reunion. Mm-hmm. So make sure to jump on. We'll have a lot of information. I'm sure we'll have Texas Division Commander on, Michael, to give one more update on the National Reunion.
I like what he's doing at National Reunion when it comes to the camp flags.
I love camp flags. Mississippi will be presenting their camp flags again this year.
Yep.
We stole that. I think Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, was the first time we actually had a presentation of camp flags. I could be wrong, but I think it was in Georgia. And I mean, we did research and found our local regiment's flag, and I got the Wayne Rifle / Samuel H. Poe Camp 255 camp flag in the back of my truck, getting ready for division. And if we'll have them at Texas, I'll have the flag there at Texas. And it sounds like I'm the Camps Now presenter. Dad's been doing it the past couple years, but now I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing this weekend at the Florida reunion. So
also, sorry. But also, if you're a division, get a division flag together and present that as well. Have your division commander, because most division commanders come to National Reunion. Have them presented on behalf of your division, camp. Heck, if you got a brigade flag, present it.
I'm bringing mine.
So please, please, please. I'm even bringing the SCV chat flag. It won't be presented, but we're also bringing the SCV chat battle flag to National Reunion for the first time to be unveiled. But you had something?
Yeah, word of advice, Florida Division members that are coming to the reunion this weekend, bring your camp flags. We're going to be meeting up an hour before everything starts off to figure out the line and all that. So get with Jeff O'Kine or Jerry Peacock on that. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be off the hook. I hope to see as many of the Florida Division members and OCR members Friday night and Saturday night.
I hope so too. And again, make sure to share this episode out. Make sure to tune in next Thursday for Commander's Comments. And of course, make sure to tune in Monday for your weekly episode of SCV Chat. Same Confederate channel, same Confederate time. So make sure to share and tune in to SCV Chat. And please, please, send your pictures, short videos, and write-ups to scyouthoutreach@gmail.com, and you'll be featured on the upcoming episode of Look Around the Confederation. Thank you all again for watching. And remember, chat heads, to stay Southern. Good night, everybody.
God bless you.